All right. You're listening to States Vegas Radio, and it's time for Teen Talk. I am your host, Julius, and I'm here with our co-hosts,
Aubrey and Kira.
All right. I'd like to welcome you guys to the Teen Talk show tonight. This is our first ever episode. What do you think about that, girls? Y'all excited?
Definitely. Finally. I've been waiting for it forever.
Yeah, well, we've done a few practice runs. We're not going to lie. This show is totally recorded live, and there is no editing. So what you hear is what you get, pretty much. So, but anyway, we're going to do a lot of discussions about things that matter to teens. We're going to have some fun segments, talk about movies, music, pop culture, things that are important to teenagers in this day and time. And hopefully everyone can gain a little insight, the adults out there listening, as well as hopefully we'll become a fan favorite for all of the teens in the area, all of Kira and Albree's friends. Hopefully you'll be tuning in at least. Because you guys are so popular, right?
Yeah.
Aubrey, how many people you got on Snapchat? 10 million or something?
Actually, like a couple hundred.
My Snap score is literally like 2,000.
I got probably like 200.
I don't even know what a Snap score is.
Snap score, like most people, like average is like 5,000 to 10,000. Mine's 2,000. I've had it for over 2 years.
All right. Well, let me start by introducing myself. I am the owner of States Vegas Radio and the mastermind behind the Teen Talk show. I thought it'd be something really good for the girls to get into and be an interesting and fun show, and have fun with my girls, as well as doing something semi-important, if you could call it that. But anyway, I've been a DJ for 25 years. I've been in the music business, so my next step in the music business was to start my own radio station, and here we are. And so that's a little bit about me, and you'll get to know more about me, I'm sure. Some of my personality should come out in some of the shows, but it's not all about me. I'm kind of here to run things and control the board, do all the technical stuff, and kind of keep these girls on track so they don't just get all over the place. But anyway, I'm going to start off. I'm going to introduce you to the ladies of the hour here, and we're going to start off with Miss Kira Hoke.
Hi, I'm Kira. So this is just a little bit about me. I'm Kira Hook. I go to West Iredell Middle School, and I'm 13. My favorite color is blue. I love Andy Biersack and Chris Pratt.
Andy Biersack and Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt, for you that don't know, is who?
He is an actor who is like, he's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Star-Lord.
He's like, the guy from Jurassic Park.
I knew who he was. But just for our listeners out there. Now, who's the other guy?
Andy Biersack. He's the lead singer of a band that you probably never heard of.
So your interests are musicians and actors. Oh, God, help me. I'm in trouble. I'm doomed.
Chris Hemsworth.
Well, I'm sure that our listeners will realize that you're there's more to you than just actors and musicians. So, and hopefully as the more shows are recorded and more people tune in, they'll figure out that you have a little more substance to you than that. All right. So let's, without further ado, introduce host number 2, Miss Albree Garris.
Hi, I'm Aubrey, Joyce's roadie. Sometimes.
She goes gets my drinks for me.
Yeah. I'm 13 and
Go ahead.
I'm 14 and I'm a student of West Iredell High School.
A freshman.
She don't even know how old she is.
She's new me.
Yeah, I forgot how old I was.
Sorry, a student, ladies and gentlemen.
You had said 13, and I was thinking I was 13.
Like I said, this is 100% unscripted.
I always think I'm 12.
We're off the cuff, so it's all right to forget your age, Aubrey. We'll forgive you this time. What did you say your interests were again? Your interests?
My interests?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Food. I'm pretty chill. Just give me some food and some TV, Netflix, and I'm good.
Aubrey's very easy to date, you see.
Well, yeah. buy her dinner.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, the attitude.
Who said you guys were dating age anyway? Huh?
Dating
16
age.
in this household, I'll tell you.
No.
Well,
High school.
We'll see about that.
But I've dated before.
Anyway, we will be having some sit-in guests along the way. We're not going to have any call-in guests or in-studio guests today because this is our first episode. And like I said before, we're just trying to get everybody out there familiar with what we're doing and get to know us a little bit more. Tell us about what's going on this summer, girls. You guys glad to be out of school, I guess?
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff coming up in the summer. You know, lots of pool trips and that kind of
cruise.
Well, yeah, the big family cruise is coming up in next month.
Soon the New River, too, because we're going to go.
New River, maybe.
Floating.
Some trips
Lots
to the
of different
pools.
pools, yes.
Yeah. What are your friends up to?
Well, my boyfriend.
Boyfriend? What is this? What is this boyfriend you speak of?
He's in Africa. He just came back today. He left at 11:30.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with that. He gets a good point from Dad so far with that one, and hopefully we can get him in here and be a guest and tell us a little bit about that because that's kind of a once in a lifetime thing.
17 days.
17 days in Africa
like
for
a ministry thing
to do
for a
what?
13-year-old boy.
Yeah, riding the elephants.
It was like a mission trip.
A mission trip. Yeah. So is he gonna be mad? You mentioned his name on the radio?
Nah. Did I say his name?
Oh, well,
no.
Did you?
Thank you.
Well, maybe you didn't. Okay.
Don't try to blame me.
You learned well, Grasshopper. No, I think you could say that. Like I said, people are going to get to know you guys a little bit. I mean, we just don't. You just don't say names when you say something bad about somebody. We don't want any lawsuits.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, the cruise and the trips to the pool and I guess movies. What else are we going to do this summer, Albree, besides eat and Snapchat?
We can go to the skating rink sometimes.
Oh yeah, the skating rink.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I forgot about that. The trampoline park. Yeah, we got.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
What's that place called?
It was Defy
Gravity. Yeah, that's up in Hickory, North Carolina.
It's very pretty.
We'll give them a free plug on the Teen Talk show. It's a little pricey, but it's a good time for kids, and it's definitely. Physical, so you're gonna work up a sweat. It's
you're very sweaty.
It's not like sitting in a movie theater. Well, I guess the pool is good exercise too. They say swimming.
We could go play mini golf.
Mini golf. I don't know about mini golf.
I'm terrible at mini golf.
Me too, but I love it. It's
they actually have mini golf on the cruise.
I lose the ball like every time.
Hope we don't go through a hurricane or something. Yeah.
I lose the ball every time.
Yeah.
Like I'm not good at it.
Yeah, I think I remember one of the first outings we had as a family getting to know each other was at a mini golf course, wasn't it?
It was at the beach. The first time we ever went together.
No, I think it was the Lunar Golf up in at the mall that time.
Oh, we did do that. Yes.
I think that was fun.
It's shut down now, though.
Yeah, one of the first times we were together.
Aww.
So what else is going on this summer? Anything else? You guys, countdown is on to days back to school.
No, there's 104 days of summer vacation.
Oh, okay. Kira's gonna sing
it's
her
okay.
song. What is that? Phineas and Ferb?
Yeah.
All right, sing us a line, Kira. Sing us a line.
The annual problem of our generation is finding a good way to spend it.
All right. You better stick to radio.
No. You know what really saddens me?
You have my singing voice.
You know what really saddens me?
You think
What saddens you, Albree?
Because I know that when the cruise comes, school's gonna be like right there, and plus, like it's like the middle of summer.
Back to you the cool
you go in there Walmart and there's already school stuff, and like you're just cringing in the hall.
Yeah.
I mean, the little aisle.
I remember those days, man. It's like you're counting down to.
You just want to bust open the highlighters and just throw them at the wall.
Yeah.
Throw them at the lady.
You get that knot in your stomach. It's like, school starts tomorrow. I know it's going to be really nerve-wracking for Albree as a teenager going into
a guppy in the
first day of high school.
Listen, I will be okay.
Minnow in the forest.
It was me in middle school too.
Yeah. Middle school. You were nervous in middle school?
Yeah.
Well, think about first day of high school. That's like a big deal.
It's okay. I'm going to
you
be
just
fine.
hook up with one of your friends and you'll be all right.
I have a lot of family up there, though.
Maybe we can get your mom to walk in.
Like, no.
What? You don't want
I don't want none of y'all to walk me
The good thing
in.
about me is whenever I get there to be a freshman, I'm going to have 3 cousins that are going to be seniors.
Yeah.
So it'll be good.
Although that might be good. It might be bad. They might pick on you extra amounts. They might say, hey, let's get her.
No, one of them already told me that would help me out.
Right. So what do you guys think about what's going on in the world today this summer? I know we got a lot of crazy things going on with politics and pop culture. What's in the news right now, Kira? That is kind of crazy happenings that.
Speaking of news.
Speaking of,
I just
segment alert. Segment
I just
alert.
happen to have a segment for that. News stories with Kira.
All right, we're gonna do crazy news stories.
Crazy news stories with Kira.
Yeah, she's gonna give us a few of wacky things that are going on in the world. So let's see what you got, Kira.
I have 3 stories for you today.
3 stories. All right.
Okay. So there was a man in South Spain. He stole 8,000 pounds of oranges and loaded them into 3 cars.
8,000 pounds.
Yeah, they were just.
How many oranges would that be? If
That's a lot.
if an orange is half a pound, that would be like 16,000 pounds, maybe, or 16,000 oranges.
He probably just like parked his car to a little tree with oranges on it. It was like throwing it through the window.
So it's just like one dude.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He had like some, I don't know what he was up to, and then.
He should have did bananas so when the police chased him, he could throw one out the window.
Oh, like Mario?
No, they slip off the road, like in a cartoon.
Mario
Kart.
Oh, Mario. Oh, really? See, I had no idea. Good one, Aubrey. Good one.
Well, speaking of food, we have $1.2 million worth of fajitas was stolen.
$1.2 million of fajitas. I don't know. Maybe was it the same guy? Maybe he needed some orange juice to wash down the fajitas. These fajitas are good, but I need some orange juice. Yeah.
He was buying them, but he was buying them in small amounts over a course of 9 years, and he was just selling them to people. He did this. He got 50 years for it.
50 years for how many days? That's like 1 day per fajita. I hope that fajita was good.
I know, right?
We had a little hot sauce with it.
Well, this is a really crazy one. This is called the Burger Bot 2000.
Oh gosh, another food one, huh?
Yeah. There was a man. He owned a burger joint, and he was just getting crazy business. So he invented his own Burger Bot. It's 20 computers, 350 circuits. It's a machine that looks like a man, and he's behind the counters, and he makes burgers from scratch.
Wow! Oh, so this guy's not a criminal, then? Okay,
no.
So your news stories are going to be all kinds of good stuff, not just crimes. Well, that's good. We don't want a bunch of criminals on our show, do we? So he invented a robot that makes hamburger.
Yeah, like it makes it from scratch.
Wow.
And it's like a person. Like it looks like a person and it moves around.
Looks like a dude.
Yeah.
And you tell the guy, I want a mushroom Swiss burger.
Ew. Is that even a thing?
Mushroom Swiss burger?
Yeah.
Have you lost your mind, Aubrey?
Aubrey, you're supposed to be the food expert.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to be the Teen Talk food expert.
Listen, I've ate a lot of food in my years, but
never a mushroom Swiss burger. Hardee's has a mushroom Swiss burger.
I've never been to Hardee's.
Plug.
Yes, you have.
When?
You've never been to? You've been to Hardee's at some point in time.
I probably don't remember.
I know your mom doesn't like Hardee's, so
yeah, I probably won't like it either.
There's a lawsuit. There's our first lawsuit.
We don't like Hardee's.
Actually, they have good food.
Last time I had it, it was stale.
Well, our friends at the Broad Street Burger Company in downtown Statesville, North Carolina, they have a mighty fine
I like
mushroom.
Broad Street Burger.
They have a mighty fine mushroom Swiss burger you could try sometime.
I don't like mushrooms.
I like their grilled chicken sandwich.
Yeah, you like the grill at the burger place over?
Yeah. Aubrey, that's Groucho's.
No, that's actually
no. They have a chicken sandwich at Broad Street. Also, they have wings. Ooh. They have all kinds of good stuff. So, anyway, so that wraps up your segment today.
Yes, Kira. It does.
Good job. And every week you're gonna come to us with your little crazy news stories, right?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy.
Well, not to be left out, Miss Aubrey's going to have a couple segments also.
Yeah.
And I think what is your segment going to be,
Well, I was
going
to test you on some words to see
if
you knew our slang.
Why do I have to be part of your segment?
Because,
well, we already know.
I mean, you might know what it means.
This is the make Dad look stupid
segment. I did look over the words, and one of them I don't know.
You don't even know?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Well, she's going to give us some clues, but don't give us too good a clue.
Are you sure?
All right. So basically what you're saying are these words are words that most teens know, but maybe mom and dad might not know.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
So this segment can be not only fun but informative to our elderly listeners.
Yeah, so they know what their kids are actually saying.
So mom and dad, you can enjoy the Teen Talk show as well. All right, Aubrey, let's see what you got.
You
I'm
might
ready.
know
Let me
this
stretch
one.
out here.
You've heard it, but I don't know if you actually know what it means.
All right, well, let's see. What is it?
Lit.
Lit. Oh, I know what that one is. That's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Lit is like cool or hot or happening or
Yeah,
like this place is lit.
Yeah, cool.
Like the Teen Talk show is lit, man.
I thought like you knew the word, but you didn't exactly know what it meant.
Well, no, hey, I'm gonna get some of these now, but there might be some people out there that are like, "What is she talking about? Lit? Like I lit the grill last night."
It's not like my mom when he said that.
I lit the grill. I lighted it. Lit it.
I lighted it.
All right. So lit. We understand that lit is. I'm basically right. Is there a different definition that you have? Did I have it right? Just cool, lit. Well, I mean.
Yeah, it was just cool.
Okay, cool.
So
what does cool mean? I'm just kidding.
So our next one is OTP.
OTP.
Ooh, I know this one.
OTP.
This one is
okay. Don't Kira. This is Stump the Dad, not Stump the Kira.
Don't give him no clues.
Oh no! And if I ask for a clue, she didn't give me a clue.
I wasn't giving a clue.
All right. No, give me a second. Let me see it. So it's got to be. I'm gonna ask. Is it an abbreviation?
Yes, I'm gonna say.
Okay.
It's
So
an abbreviation.
OTB.
OTP.
OTP. Something toilet paper.
This one's used a lot in like fan fiction.
Oh man!
I don't read fan fiction.
I asked for a clue. It was right on the. I
It's
knew
not
what
a
it
clue.
was. But it's used in fan fiction.
I don't read fan fiction.
I don't know what fan fiction is. that could be on next
Or
week's show.
it could be from like a movie or anything. It's anything that involves. You want to hit?
Off the chain. Off the something.
It's anything that involves characters.
Okay, you give up?
No. Give me one more second. Off the.
No.
Okay, give me a clue.
All right, it's like it's between two characters.
Oh,
if you have two characters, how you feel about them?
Okay, yeah, that's all you get.
Between two characters?
It's how you feel about them.
Off the. How do you feel about two characters? I have no idea.
Let's give the first word.
Okay, ready?
The first word. One.
Okay, go.
First word is one.
One.
No more.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think your clues have got me all confused.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, just tell me what it is before I look too stupid.
One true pairing.
One true pairing?
Yeah, it's like two people, like a couple.
I would have never got
one
that.
True pairing.
There's like a boy and a girl.
So how do teenagers use that in a sentence?
It's like, oh my gosh, I love you.
OTP.
You're my OTP.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, so that's a new one there. I learned something
not new.
today.
That one's been around forever.
Well,
yeah.
You've never said that to me.
No, we won't ever say it to you.
It's one of those things. It's like it would be it's something Regina Dord would say, not me.
So OTP means. Say it again.
One true pairing.
One true pairing. One true pairing, like you're.
You're one
match.
Like, oh my gosh, Julius and Lisa are my OTP.
Okay, one true pairing. Okay, so we're a match. All right, that was a good one. You got me on that one. So I'm 1-1. Let's go for the tiebreaker. Let me stretch out here. Get my brain going. All right.
Ship.
What'd you say?
I thought she was gonna say that too.
No.
Aubrey, this show is PG-13.
I have a clue for this one if you don't know.
Ship.
Ship.
Is that an abbreviation?
No.
No, not an abbreviation. So is it a noun or a verb? Or I'm gonna have to have a clue because I have no idea.
I have a clue. I have a really good one though. Okay, my really good clue is it's similar to the first one.
It's what?
It's similar to the first meaning.
Lit.
Yeah, that's all you
No,
can
not the
give
first
him.
meaning. The last one. Like it's true. It's similar
one
to
true
the one
pairing.
pairing.
It's dealing with the couple still.
Ship. Like SHIP?
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah,
boat?
ship like a boat.
Like a boat.
Yeah.
Ship.
Like, no, I'm not going to say that. He'll give it away.
No. You guys are trying to get me on this one, I know. Ship. Gosh, man, it's 1-1.
Really? You've not heard this one?
No, I've not heard it. Aubrey, I'm old.
Kira says that all the time.
Yes,
really?
when I'm talking about fan fiction.
I still don't know what fan fiction is.
Like whenever I'm reading, I'm like, oh my god, I'm this.
Ship excited.
No.
I have no idea.
No.
Okay, can you what
give
the
up?
meaning?
Yes, I get
Okay,
it.
means I ship it.
I ship it?
Yeah. Say it.
It means like you belong together. Like I ship that couple, like they belong together. Like if you and Mom wasn't dating, y'all were just friends.
Yeah,
I could
but-
say like you and her, or I ship y'all. Like y'all should be together.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Ship.
I ship it.
I ship it.
That makes no sense. I mean, I ship it. Okay, so where did you first hear that?
Well, I heard it from Kira.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Where did
No,
you
but
hear it, Kira?
I've
Fan fiction?
actually kind of heard it on YouTube a lot.
Yeah, I read a lot of fan fiction.
Yeah.
Prucan.
I don't read it at all.
And ship.
Pecan for
And
the
I'll
win.
say that one more time.
Ship.
Ship.
But
Spumana for the win.
All right. So we got ship, lit, and OTP are the 3 words for the day, and I got lit right.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing too good this show. So pray for me, folks, for next show. While we're talking about it, check out our website. It's statesvegasradio.com. And we have some contact information on that website. You can click on that contact page, and you can email the show. You can email Albree or Kira directly. Maybe if you have a idea for a word that you'd like for them to use on the show, I'm sure they would take any suggestions that they can get. Also, anything for any of our other segments that we'll be doing on the show, if you have any ideas for that. If you know somebody that would like to be on the show, right, guys?
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
We're looking for anybody that's any kind of special guest, preferably teenagers.
You just can't
or
be boring.
Yeah, right. You can't suck. and some adults too, if they have a job that pertains to teenagers or anything that would be interesting to teens and a learning, have something to share that could be a learning experience. Well, you breathing heavy over there, Aubrey. Are you bored, girl?
No, just a little sigh.
Just a little sigh.
Because it's really hot in here.
Aubrey's like, send me some fan letters.
No, more
I
like
want to be
food.
famous. Oh, yeah, send her a pizza. 1441.
You remember when Lydia made that little fake pizza? It was like math, and y'all
Yeah.
tricked
Our
me.
little-
that was
Me and Kira are fighting over it.
that was a pretty superb.
Yeah. Me and our
That
little,
was
a fight
our
right
little
there.
sister was at school and she made a fake pizza out of out of paper. It was like dealing with fractions.
But she
and-
had it in a real pizza.
Yeah, it
box.
was like a real Papa John's pizza box. And so we get into the car back from school, and Lydia puts up this pizza box, and me and Aubrey both start grabbing for it, and I
was going
snatch
to
it.
full on war mode.
Yeah, and I opened that boy up, and it was paper, and I said, "Oh no, no, no!"
She even stuck a book in there to give it some weight. I really thought Aubrey would be the one to
I
go
was
after
hungry.
it
I
first.
didn't eat lunch that day.
Yeah, I was so mad because Kira snatched it from me.
Look, everybody gives Aubrey the stereotype that she's hungry, but when I'm hungry,
Yeah.
I'm just as vicious.
So, what about practical jokes? Is any of you have any?
Speaking
stories?
of practical jokes,
Kira's that's the wrong kind of joke, Kira. Well, Kira is going to do a little segment every week, and
yo mama jokes.
Kira's Yo Mama joke, because Kira loves Yo Mama jokes. And there are a lot of Yo Mama jokes out there, and this is all in good fun. So don't
be
anybody
offended.
be offended. She's
So-
going to do we're going to limit her to about 5.
So I have 5, but this week I thought about one whenever I was done. So we have a bonus one this week.
All right, so
All
we're
right.
going to do 6 this week, but
Should I start with the best or end with it?
you got to end with the
with it.
best.
End with
Always
the best.
end with the best.
All right. Your mom was so fat. When I was in my car and she was standing in the middle of the road, when I swerved around her, I ran out of gas.
What kind of car was she driving? What kind of car were you driving?
2006 Prius, baby.
A Prius. Oh Lord! And you were still ran out of gas. You should have said a what's that electric car? The Tesla.
The one they set up in space.
Well, it's battery operated. If you ran out of gas and that, you'd be in trouble.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Your mom is so short, she has to hang glide on a Dorito.
Oh,
I've heard that one.
Well, you don't like my Dorito? Man.
Was it Cool Ranch or hot and spicy?
Hot and spicy, baby.
No, it was hot and spicy. I know it because I've seen it.
I don't think
That's
Mom would have got
kinda
off the
bad,
ground
but-
if she's after. She might have ate it before she.
Speaking of short, I've been 5'2" for 2 years now. That's sad.
We're making Albree hungry talking about Doritos. All right, folks, and we're going to have to take a break right now. A Dorito break.
All right, next one here. Your mama's so hairy, she has to shave with the chainsaw.
Ew.
Y'all making fun of my jokes. All right, next one.
You're batting one. Let's say one out of three is pretty
Man.
good, but
Your mama's so fat she had to be baptized at SeaWorld.
no, that was a classic. We've all known that
I've
one.
heard that one too.
Shamu.
Still makes me laugh.
All right, this is one of my favorite ones.
Hey, that's not politically correct now. I think they took the whales out of SeaWorld. Didn't they?
Oh yeah, what didn't one like drown somebody?
Yeah, it's called Blackfish. There's a documentary on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I
nuts.
don't know.
All right. Your mom is so fat she got arrested for carrying 10 pounds of crack.
Where was she carrying
That
it,
was
Kira?
All right.
in her leggings.
We have a
at
finale.
Walmart. Her leggings at Walmart.
Drum roll,
I think I
please.
saw her there.
All right. Well, should I do the last one?
Yeah, go ahead. Why not? What do you got to lose?
I'll save it.
I think all our listeners are tuned
All
off by
right.
this time.
Shush. All right. Your mama's so fat. Thanos had to snap twice.
Ooh, I like that one. well, that one's definitely my favorite, but
That's
you
my-
know,
yeah.
people out there might be some
Yeah.
that don't get that one.
It's a Marvel
But,
joke.
yeah. Anybody that's into comic books and Marvel, which I don't know, a lot of people are into that nowadays.
Yeah.
That's not so obscure as it used to be. I remember back in the day, people kind of made fun of you if you like comic book movies and stuff, but now it's pretty much
Silly.
the number one. Gosh, I don't know how many Marvel movies are in the top 5 movies of all time.
Can I just make a statement?
What's that?
Marvel's better.
Yeah. Well, speaking of movies. What you like that segue, didn't you?
Well,
Folks, we got another segment for
movie.
you.
of the week.
It's Albree's movie of the week. It's basically her. It's not a review. It's her recommendation, right? Albree?
Yes.
Yeah,
Always
like a recommendation.
And
Like,
she's
you
gonna
should
tell
watch
you
this movie.
What you should
Yeah.
watch and why you should watch it. All
Well-
right, Albree, what you got?
Well, the movie of the week is Kissing Booth, and it's a romance/comedy, and
Romantic
it's about this girl who finds herself face to face to this guy that she has liked in a kissing booth, because she's in this club and they have to pick out something to do for the carnival, and they they chose the kissing booth, and then she ended up face to face with her crush. Then
A kissing booth
Yeah.
at the carnival. Oh, I got 2
A
words
kiss.
for that. Hepatitis. Hepatitis and hepatitis. Well, it's 3 words, excuse me.
Listen, it's a really good movie. I mean, a lot of girls have seen it. Like any girl you go to, almost any girl you go to, they're like, "Oh yeah, I love that movie."
All right, but you recommend watching it again and
Yeah,
maybe
just watch it.
is it a good date movie on a scale from 1 to 5 here? What?
No,
I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah,
the
Kira,
girl
what-
would love it, but the guy would be like, "Oh
Well,
yeah."
let's Kira's got her scale. What's your scale,
On
Kira?
a,
Again?
on a scale from the Notebook to Marvel.
Notebook to Marvel scale. Yeah, I like that. We'll use that every segment. All right, Aubrey, on the Notebook to Marvel scale, where does it fit in?
I'm thinking about Three
Nope.
Fourths Way to
Yeah.
Three-fourths
Notebook
Way
to
Notebook.
Infinity
I
War.
don't know. It was really, really good.
Yeah. So, but it's
I
not
really liked
does it make you
No,
cry?
it does not make me feel the way I feel about the Titanic. No.
Oh, does it make you cry though?
No.
It can,
Titanic's
depending on
my
how
favorite.
sensitive you are.
Alright.
Even though that's like a movie from a long
alright.
time ago. But
So, if somebody came to you and said, "All right, Aubrey, we want you to be in a kissing booth,"
yeah. I'm just kidding.
really?
No.
Have you
Not
seen
really.
some of the people that come to the carnival?
Yeah, they look like coochie
Hey
mamas.
there, baby, come give me a smooch.
Fuck her up, girlfriend.
Can we have you service?
I know that, but they rub some pizza on their lips.
Are you serious?
Aubrey would be like, "Fuck her up, girl." Is that pepperoni?
Shut up, y'all always pick on me. I love food. Food keeps me alive.
Hey.
Aubrey, you never pick on us back. Let's hear it.
She picks on us about it.
Well, let's talk about how, like,
gonna get us,
when
I'm
it's
sure.
our, like, monthly time and you cry over everything I say.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
The salty. I get really salty, and she just gets really whiny.
All right. Well, we'll
And then we go to war.
we might have to write that down for a topic for one of our future Teen Talk shows.
Monthly.
And, yeah, the monthly. And we'll have to maybe bring Mom in for a special guest on that one. As long as she's not on her monthly as well. Then we might not get a show done.
She might be yelling at us, too.
She'll be like, I don't like it, restart it. No, I sound stupid.
Restart.
No, Lisa, she'll be like, I sound fat.
Hey, but we do love Mom. She brings...
We love our mommy, yes.
Lisa
Yeah.
say, I sound fat.
She cooks. Hey, listen, she cooks our food,
Yeah, she
Yeah.
does. Well, of course. Aubrey.
Like, no dinner tonight.
and it's never bad. Like, unless
Well.
wait a minute,
She always cooks good.
yeah, she cooks really good. Just like everybody has their like times when they don't cook good, but she's like 99% good. Like
Aubrey.
she does cook. Really
Aubrey's
good.
like, she would make fun of her, but she knows she might listen to it.
No, my mom is really good cooker.
blah,
Like,
blah, 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 blah.
no,
but
the
I love her.
muffins she made. Oh no.
All right, enough with the food and Mom. We love our mom. but
Yeah, I love her to
she-
death. She brought me into this world.
That's right.
She
She'll
can
take you out.
of it.
She,
All right, since okay, what we've got going on here? We've done our crazy news. We've done our Yo Mama jokes. We've done our Stump the Dad, which was pretty successful, I think, for you guys. You made me look crazy. Aubrey's movie pick of the week was the Kissing Booth.
it's really good.
Guys, check
you
that
should watch
out.
it.
Guys,
Like
if you're
right
listening
now.
out there, all you teen fellas,
Sparta.
might be a good date night movie for the girl.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch
you
it with
ever
your
just wanna
mom.
make her happy.
Yeah.
It is more of like a teenage thing.
Well,
Yeah.
we talked about a lot today. We haven't gotten it too serious, and we're going to do that in just a second. We're going to take things down a little bit and get a little more serious. But first off, we're going to talk a little bit about music. One of my favorite subjects, being a
Same
DJ
here,
for
buddy.
years and years. The greatest DJ known to mankind.
Yeah.
Disclaimer: available for parties and weddings, sweet 16s.
Contact me.
Yeah, well, I've listened to a lot
Contact
of
me on
music
Facebook.
because of Joyous. Like, I know a lot of music.
Yeah, you guys have pretty good taste in music eclectically. We're going to do a segment, I believe, with Aubrey and Kira that we're going to talk about. We're going to do a song too, right? We're going to do a song of the week. Or just recommendation. We'll call it that.
The thing
it could be anything. It could be new, what's hot right now, what's old. We'll start out with Miss Kira.
Well, the thing about my recommendation is I listen to a lot of old music, and we're supposed to be supposed to
okay.
kind
All
of
right.
recent.
Classify old. You're
I like
old music
Nirvana,
about old music.
and I like the Gorillaz.
So, like, when I want to say My Chemical Romance, Dad's like, nope. So, this, I'm going to put in my thoughts on this as well.
Okay.
So, I thought one that everybody knows by a band that I'm particularly fond of, Panic at the Disco, Saturday Night.
Panic at the Disco, yeah.
Saturday Night, Say Amen, whatever. Anyways, I really like this song. It's really good. It's got a good beat and everything. But the only complaint I have is ever since they've had their new album and they've been famous and they got on Ellen and everything, they've just kind of become a different band. Like, I really wish they would go back to their old music and just stop kind of acting so
You
mainstream.
get a little more mainstream,
Yeah.
commercialized,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's happened to a lot of bands over the years.
Like,
I mean,
they dropped Ryan Ross. I think he might have quit or whatever. But and then they had the girl. I'm not sure what her name is, but
they
she
have a
joined.
new
and-
female bass player.
yeah, it's just kind of ruined it, you know.
Yeah. I think Brandon Urie's very talented.
Oh
Got
yeah.
a great voice, great songwriter. Some of their songs are tracked a little bit too much, I think, a little bit too popish, and
Yeah.
maybe get back to the guitars and
Dun, dun, dun.
yeah, more live musicianship. I think they did put on a great show, though. We enjoyed
Yeah,
that concert.
we went to a concert. It was very
Yeah,
good.
that was my first concert experience with my girls. So
Yeah, I was.
that'll always be special to me.
Aw. We got Fall Out Boy in September?
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
Fall Out
I ain't
Boy.
going because I was left out.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I went somewhere for my baby.
yeah.
But
Anyway, so your pick is Amen Saturday Night by Panic at the Disco. If you guys out there haven't heard that,
Where Have You Been?
Yeah, I play it a lot on the radio. So that's cool though. It's a good hot song. It'd probably be. Can you listen to it on Friday night? I don't know.
Whatever, Dad.
You know, I got to tell a cheesy dad joke every now and then. That's my job.
That's your dad bod?
Right. Hey. All right. Albree, fill us in on what you're listening to right now.
I think right now, like, you know, since like Triple X has died and stuff, like I feel like more people are listening to his music right now. Like he's the top. He's like the
Triple X. You know? For you guys out there listening that don't know it, she's talking about Triple Extension or something like that. They call him Triple X. He is a young rapper that was murdered a couple weeks back, and his songs have hit the charts pretty hard since his death. Which unfortunately that kind of happens.
Yeah,
you know?
that kind of happens because when Lil Peep died, like I didn't know who he was until he died.
I did not know who Lil Peep was.
Well, look at Elvis and Jimi Hendrix and Nirvana. Chris Brown. Elvis. Well, Elvis has sold more records since he's been, and Jimi Hendrix both have sold more albums since they passed away, and Janis Joplin. They've all done that, yeah. But yeah, it's pretty tragic that he had to gain superstardom based on his lifestyle and Pat getting tragically killed. Yeah. What do you think about the way he got killed? Do you think it was a byproduct of his lifestyle? Or?
I don't know. Like I almost thought that like he knew he was gonna die because some of the videos he was like posting, like his lives and stuff, he was talking about like worst case scenario and I die. I want to at least know that I made 5 million kids happy and blah 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 blah.
Well, I guess that's honorable, but
yeah, but it was a couple lives that he did, and he was talking about him dying. So like it was kind of like he almost knew somebody was out to kill him.
Yeah. Well, I'm not I don't want to talk about the guy in his death, but that happens in that rap, gangster rap, kind of hardcore.
He's got really good music, though. But what really got me was when they tried to blame Drake for killing him.
Well, that's social media crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's like saying Tupac's still alive, and you know.
They tried to say that Drake killed him.
Yeah, and then, like they were like, yeah.
There's all kinds of crazy conspiracy theories out there. People say Elvis is still alive. I've heard. You know?
No, what really happened was a guy and a black man pulled up and shot him in the neck twice.
Yeah.
Am I crazy, or did somebody say that Prince killed his mom?
No, what? I don't know where you got that from.
But I mean, he does.
Prince was a good guy. He just had drug issues, and
who's trying to kill his mom?
And that's something we're going to talk about a little bit now. Yeah. This is our serious part of the show.
He's got pretty good music. One of my favorites from him is Moonlight, but of course, I like a bunch of music like Post Malone and. Yeah. You know, Drake.
I don't like Post Malone.
But your recommendation for this week is for people to go out and check out Moonlight by Triple X. And it's cool. I mean, go out and he is in the news, so go out and check out his music because it's probably going to be. We're not going to get any more, unfortunately. Well, Post Malone's been out a while.
Post Malone. I like his new song, "Ball for Me" or "Ball for You" or something.
Ball for Me. All right. There's another Albree recommendation.
In my eyes, Post Malone is kind of like a little Windex thing. It's kind of just stupid.
No,
I don't know. I mean, he's kind of like
a little Windex is stupid.
I don't know what Post Malone is. He's kind of like he's his own thing. He's original.
6ix9ine is like Windex.
The thing for me is he's not. His music's kind of just so mellow. It's kind of like listening to.
I mean,
music.
Have you saw what
really
he looked like?
It's
have you seen what he looks like?
Yeah, it's kind of like hippie.
He looks pretty chill.
It's kind of hippie rap.
Yeah,
I
really like Marshmello. He's really good.
Yeah, but I feel like his beats are just like same.
Oh, hey guys.
Yeah, they are. They are. As a DJ, I'll tell you that right now. Chainsmokers, Marshmello, all these guys. There's only so many beats you can make.
Guys, you want to hear a joke?
Yeah, let's hear a joke.
All right, that's not really a joke. It's kind of like a funny thing. Mm-hmm. Well, you want to know what my favorite DJ Khaled lyric is?
DJ Khaled. We the best new music. Now that's one I'll never figure out. But I guess he does produce those songs, but I'm not a really big fan of.
Doesn't he have like a son?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of kids, I'm sure. He's a pretty good dude. and don't get me wrong, DJ Khaled's got talent. I just don't like his name dropping in every song.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, he's got a lot of good tunes. But anyway, back to where we were kind of trying to lead into with the Triple X passing away. We're talking about, I think,
Deaths.
yeah, well, we're not going to get too heavy on our first episode of Teen Talk, but we're going to talk about celebrity deaths and different ways that we're losing some super talented people.
How about like the guy from Pawn Stars died?
Yeah,
did you see that?
That's tragic, man. That's definitely a current thing.
Rick
And
Harrison's papa.
Rick Harrison, yeah, the dad. Matter of fact, they're doing a show on him tonight, but this is
He
a
always made me
pre-recorded
smile.
show, so you guys will probably already see it. But
I loved his little grandpa face.
yeah, you like
He's
him
a little
better than
grouchy,
you
though.
like him better than Chumley.
Yes.
Hey, you guys are making me proud right now. My kids watch Pawn Stars.
We have
all the time.
every time we watch TV
Or
with
I
Dad,
think
Shark
they're kind
Tank.
of
it's Pawn Stars, Pickers, or what is it?
hey.
What's the Storage Wars?
I like the
Storage
ID
Wars,
show.
yeah.
Forbidden. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
All right, we got to get back on subject
really
here. We were talking about the celebrities passing away, and of course, yes, the old man from the Pawn Stars, he passed away.
so bad.
I don't know, I'm not sure. It was a health issue. And that's fine.
Dad.
We'll talk a little bit about that, but first we're going to talk about.
Wait.
Okay, chime in,
Okay,
Kira.
the man who died, I was actually talking to somebody today. Miss Lindsay, she works here in Statesville.
Yeah.
She's she was telling me what he died from, and apparently it was like a mental health disorder. It was like it wasn't schizophrenia, but it was like
Alzheimer's or dementia or something.
yeah, I think it was Alzheimer's. Yeah, something
Well,
like that.
that's a different kind of subject than what we're going. People die. He was an older gentleman. He lived his
Yeah.
life. We're going to talk about tragic deaths and people dying too young for, like I said, the Triple X
Lil Peep.
and a lot of the hip hop
Lil
community
Peep
people
died, too.
that have died from violence.
Well-
And violence is kind of rampant right now. It's definitely rampant in the hip hop community. And in some other forms of music, you have drug use and suicides.
Yeah.
And then I guess
Casper.
I'm sorry,
I said, is his name Casper?
Casper.
Or no, it's not
Chester.
Casper. Chester.
You're talking about
yeah.
Chester,
I
Chris
I
Cornell.
get Chester and Logic mixed up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
No, Casper.
Well, Chester
Triple
was a
X
singer.
was only 20 when he died.
Yeah.
Well, Logic, he sings about suicide. That's what you have to think.
Yeah, that's
That's a
Logic.
little
is-
crazy.
But yeah,
His new song's pretty good though, with
hate it.
Marshmallow. It's alright.
Triple X is passed away, and
It's so sad.
Tupac and Biggie and what's Little
Lil
Peep,
Peep.
and
Lil Peep.
Yeah,
I have a hoodie
but
with
you
Who
know,
else?
it kind of scares you, like drug wise, like it kind of scares you because like if you take so much of this, like you could like you don't know what your actions are because I mean you're out of it and you could take more.
Opioids
and it can kill
are
you
a
and
big,
you don't even realize how much
they're a
you've
big
taken.
problem in our country, and nobody is safe for them. You have something wrong with you, whether it be depression or chronic pain, and you go to a doctor and you get a prescription. Now, how you handle that is, a different kind of thing. You either you do it what the doctor says, and you take them like you're supposed to take them, or you abuse them. And unfortunately, it seems like the way the drugs react in most people's bodies is that they want more and more. So you have
the thing that scares me the most is like the whole addiction thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like the addiction thing is people say that I won't get addicted, that
And
won't
then they
happen to
do.
me, but like the thing about it is like I always kind of thought that, but then you have to think about the circumstances. Like here's an example: we were watching a commercial for it was like for like a drug awareness thing, and this man he had been on some pills or something, and he ran out, and he literally went over to like this car, and it was like up on stands or whatever they're called. And he like flipped him under, and he like broke his back with the car. Like he paralyzed himself just to get pain medicine.
Yeah, and people do crazy amounts of things. Unfortunately, celebrities, they don't have to do that kind of stuff because they have lots of money and they have people that'll do things for them that they shouldn't. For instance,
Nickelback.
the Michael Jackson, the Michael Jackson thing, and Prince. They were both, questionable prescriptions they were getting from doctors as far as, stuff that should they be getting. Their problem was overusage, and that's what killed them. And then you have people like Chris Cornell and Chester who committed suicide, and a lot of people put the blame on depression and certain reactions to certain drugs that they were taking. So,
well, it kind of is scary too, because like people who do drugs, like if they don't pay or whatever, or like they take it, or that person, when they go to look for that person, if they can't find them, they go after the girlfriend, or and I wouldn't want to be in that situation.
Well, the drug problem leads to violence and stuff.
People want to kill you.
With our main subject, what we were talking about before we got sidetracked, was how celebrities and artists are dying. In normal people, definitely.
I'm just saying, like, if they can't find that person, they go after
I don't
other
think
people.
Triple X died because he couldn't buy drugs, or couldn't pay for his drugs. So he basically died, and that kind of violence to me is like it's just based on crazy a gang culture. Well, it's a gang culture. Yeah. It's about you disrespecting me. A lot of it's really seriously, in my opinion, just kind of thoughtless and immature. And I hope that kids, you teenagers, can look at that and say, that's kind of doesn't make any sense, to kill somebody over something such as he disrespected me, or And I'm sure you guys deal with that kind of stuff at school, right?
Yeah, I've like, so you know how like Shell's like a bail bondsman? Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes like if I'm with her, I'll have to go and like, bail somebody out. And, I've seen it before, because once they get out, they're like really shaky, and they're like, it's almost like, they're very shaky and jumpy, and then
they couldn't get their drugs, right?
And they're very like they compliment you a lot, because this girl got out. I don't know her name or nothing like that, but she
well, I have to say, probably the biggest loss of celebrity for me was probably Prince. I couldn't believe that, because he was such a genius. I couldn't believe that he could. Sometimes your celebrities and artists that you look up to so much, you think, God, they couldn't be that weak where they would get hooked on pills. And Prince, to me, I really thought was above that. Michael Jackson, you could tell he had issues with different things and maybe some mental issues, but Prince seemed pretty level-headed, and I really was surprised that he fell
Prince,
for that.
it really scared me is like whenever he died, like my grandma used to like love him, and so like after he died, it kind of felt like that was like kind of like one of the last things of our grandma,
All right. Well, what about for you guys? What's the biggest impact of somebody, a celebrity that died tragically? Which one had the most effect on you guys?
Does it have to be like a real life thing?
Yeah, we're talking
I was
about
about to say,
right
I was about to refer to that one story you said about the girl who thought Leonardo DiCaprio really died. He died on the Titanic.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Well, but seriously, I mean, you guys, I mean, in the last couple of years, it seems like it's tragic celebrity deaths have been a lot more common than even when I was young. I guess, I don't know, Tupac and Biggie, but
I actually know a story which I think is like really crazy.
All right, tell us your quick story real quick.
No, it's not a story. It has to do with this.
Okay.
It's like, do you know the rapper Lil Xan?
No.
Oh Lord.
Well, he's a rapper. Well, people think he
him.
just calls himself Lil Xan like because he's like addicted or whatever. Yeah. But there's actually a reason he calls himself Lil Xan. It's because he used to be addicted to it, but then he got over it. Yeah. And there was like the reason he stopped was because there was like a few bad batches that had been released, and Lil Peep, the guy we were talking about earlier, they used to be best friends or whatever. They used to be really good friends, and Peep, he like had the bad batches, and it killed him. And so like Xan, that's why he calls himself Lil Xan, because his best friend died from it.
Okay, so is Little Xan, for people that aren't getting what you're saying, Xan is short for Xanax, which is an opioid, a prescription pill. So that's a drug. So, well, hey, if Little Peep's death, tragic death, helped save a life, I guess that's a good thing. And maybe I hope that teenagers will look at some of these tragedies and know that there is a better way. The violence. It's not cool to kill somebody, and it's not cool to spend your life in jail, for sure.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's terrible.
And think about not just the Triple X that died. They're probably going to catch the guy that killed him, and more than likely he's a young adult. And
well, they did have somebody, and he was like some white man, but
yeah.
I'm not for sure if that
more than
was
likely
him.
it wasn't for robbery, so it was obviously, well, whatever the reason, it wasn't worth it. And this guy's going to spend the rest of his days. And the same thing with drugs. Hopefully teens will see see the pictures in the paper with the
like the people in jail. You know how mom sits in the bed at night and just looks at them.
Your mom shows you those mug shots. Look at this person that's like 30 years old, and you see them and they look like they're 80 or something.
They're like your age and look like they're 70.
And you imagine them with like good skin, and they without the scars and like the wrinkles and everything, and they look like they look like attractive people. It's just kind of
they were at one time, but they made bad decisions. And I hope you guys as teens can some of that seeps in your head. And so if you ever run into those issues or those circumstances where you're offered drugs or whatever, just you got to remember, you got to learn from life and say, hey. We got to just say no. Just say no was the drug campaign when I was a kid.
It's not
just
drugs.
say
no.
Crack is whack.
Pot stinks really bad. It's like almost armpit, like BO.
Like I said, Albree, me and you've had this discussion.
Oh, yeah.
To me, just there's so many more things in life you can get high on.
I know. We had that discussion in the car.
And it's super easy to take something to make it through and forget about your problems. But
speaking of that,
it just draws a lot more.
The scariest thing is like people will find a way to do bad things.
To get drugs.
It's like people will go to no limit. Like they won't do anything to do something good, but to do something bad, they'll go to like crazy limits. Like you have to think about it. Like good things, like the thing. What I'm hinting to, basically, I'm just gonna get to the point. Like with
get to the
drugs,
point, Kira.
like bath salts. I mean, like it's just an everyday item. And now, if you have it in your home, you can be considered like
and a lot of that is like I said, people started off with one kind of drug and they like being high. They like the fact that it made them forget their troubles. And so they'll do anything. I mean, there's crazy things that kids are doing that even adults are doing.
Sharpie.
Well, like I said, it's life is too short to be doing that kind of stuff.
Gas.
Yeah, just deal with what life gives you. It's tragedies, and but you will definitely have more tragedy in your life than you would naturally if you go that route. So let's leave it at that. I didn't know
you could get high off a glue stick.
You can get high off anything if you do it too much, Albree. But let's get off that subject real fast. That was our serious part of the show, and like I said, we're gonna discuss some different subjects on this show that might not be what everybody wants to hear, but we want to get a teen's perspective on a lot of these issues, and maybe some of the parents out there will learn, and maybe some fellow teens will be enlightened by our opinions and what we have to say. Kira, we were talking
about what their child's saying sometimes.
Yeah, to keep on the same on a lighter note, but same concept about celebrity deaths. We're going to talk about with that. We're going to talk about which character's death. Because you guys never did really tell me who in real life who died, who was the tragedy.
Listen,
Prince for me was the most tragic one, but
my tragic movie death would probably be Leonardo DiCaprio dying.
I didn't even have to finish explaining it. She's talking about Leo.
Rose could have scooted over on that door and let him on, and then after she's like, "I'll never let go," and then she like watches him slowly sink into the.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Aubrey, somebody might not have seen the Titanic. You just gave it away. I think Kira was the only person on earth that
hadn't
never seen the Titanic.
I made her sit there and watch it with me.
I would go to the bathroom. I would like try to sneak away. She'd be like, "I'll pause in the movie until you come back."
So Jack on Titanic is your and you still cry. How many times have you watched it?
I've watched it maybe 5 times.
5 times. That's it.
I cry all the time,
and you still cry
I
every
don't
time.
know.
Do you cry more for Jack than you did for the Notebook?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Jack's cute.
Yeah, he is really hot.
I've never watched it.
Now he looks. Now Leonardo DiCaprio looks really good. He looks crisp.
He's old. I was better looking than Leo.
No, Johnny Depp young when he was in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, Crybaby.
Yes.
21 Jump Street.
Mm-hmm. Johnny Depp's still pretty good looking, but I mean, he's older.
Boy, I have something to say.
Okay, say.
Savvy.
What's savvy?
Have you guys ever
I've
watched
heard
Pirates? Have you
that.
guys never watched Pirates
Oh
of the
yeah,
Caribbean?
yeah. I knew that's what it was from.
Seven.
Yeah.
Or what about that Loki dude?
He knows to come out. Well, that's
Aubrey?
We don't
don't
talk about
spoil
that.
it for us, little Aubrey. Even though everybody in this room knows who Kira's tragic
Well,
loss
I'm just
was,
saying Loki.
and
He's
it
pretty
came,
good looking too.
and it came this year, just a few months ago. And I've never
For a
seen my
man,
little
but
girl
like,
cry
yeah.
so much at a movie. We went and seen Toy Story 3, and I'm like bawling, and Kira's laughing
Oh
at
my
me.
god, you cried over that? Well, I can't
When they
be-
were
I-
in the incinerator. Oh my God! How could you not? Aubrey, you're cold. You're cold. Yeah,
Well, I cried over home.
I don't know
The
what
little
that is.
alien, the
Oh,
purple
that
alien.
was stupid. Yeah. What about
He cried.
what about Forrest Gump? That's another one.
Oh, I love Forrest
Did that
Gump.
make you
I don't
cry,
cry
though?
over
Did you cry
it.
over
You didn't cry when Jenny died,
No.
and he's oh my
No.
gosh. You know what part got me in Forrest Gump
Box of
is when Forrest
chocolates.
asked Jenny if little Forrest was smart.
Yes,
that part. Oh, just thinking about it makes me tear up.
Is he smart?
Is he like me? And she's like, he's very smart for it. And I was like, oh, I don't
He's
know.
like, my favorite part is he says, when you watch it, he says, Bert and Ernie.
All right. Well, we talked about.
You know what's also really good in
we
Love
gotta
Story?
Hold on. We got to get back to Kira and Loki.
Why
Let's see if we can make her
excited?
cry thinking about
no.
Her only true love.
Loki.
Jeez. Actually, I really like this guy from A Law and Order, too.
Law and Order.
God, you watch
Character
that?
from Law and Order dies, and
Hey,
you're
do you
upset.
watch The Office?
I'm talking about somebody like, at least a famous character. I mean, half our listeners probably don't even know who Loki is. But
Oh,
He
God.
is, he's the god of mischief.
that's for you guys that don't know.
Jeez.
Loki is Thor's brother, and he's in all the Avengers movies.
My name is Loki, and I never die.
He's
And
a
even
good
when I do
actor.
die, I
And,
don't.
and he passed away in this year, but we don't. There's good news though. Good news, maybe. It's looking like for the new Avengers 4 that there might be some people that went away that might come back. So
Dad?
there's always hope. I'm sure Kira. I can in the movie theater. Kira's gonna be jumping up and down when he comes back
You
to
know what
life if
also-
he does.
Mr. Hope, I don't feel so good.
Speaking of like shows or whatever, movies, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what else was good? American
that?
Horror Story, the first season.
Okay.
Kate and Violet. Yes.
Kate and Violet. So,
Karen, you know.
all right.
It was really good.
I've heard good things about that show, but I haven't.
No,
really
it's
watched
it's
it.
really weird, but listen, Tate and Violet were perfect. Like it doesn't like after you watch the first season, you do not want to watch the others because it's just like, you know, they were perfect. He did bad things, but
Watch
That's-
it. We
yeah.
won't give any spoilers.
we
but
were,
it's really
I
good.
cried at the end
No,
because
well,
I
that's an older show, so it's
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm saying like I cried at the end because you know they just didn't get together. They had to break up, but that was it. I'm not spoiling it for anybody who does watch it, but you should watch it because it's really good.
okay. All right. So Aubrey
Take a breath.
adds another segment to the show.
It's really
Aubrey's
good.
Netflix. Was it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Well, it's not just Netflix.
Oh, your other movie was on Netflix too. We forgot to say that,
Oh, the
right?
Kissing
That's
Booth.
The Kissing
Yeah,
Booth. That's
it's
what
a
we're looking
Netflix
for.
original.
It's a Netflix original movie, folks. So you have to look on Netflix. Kira told us about Loki. Is that all you had to say about Loki? You just can't even talk about it. Right?
Without crying.
It's so sad.
Okay. All right.
Why?
Well, we're getting close to closing time here at the Teen Talk Show. We just got a couple more minutes. We did have one more segment though, Kira. You got
Yes, I do. I have it.
the-
This is our YouTube video to watch.
the YouTube your
Oh,
YouTube
Lord.
pick.
This is an oldie but a goldie.
On
Let
the
me
oldie
tell
but a
you.
goldie. All right.
This
So we're
is-
going to do this every week, just like everything else, right? Kira's
should watch this one, though.
And you have to keep in mind, I'm the meme lord, so like I don't really. It's like really stupid videos, but they're really funny. So don't expect anything like serious out of me.
Okay.
So this one's about the hot dog man. The title of the video is "World's Fastest Hot Dog Eater Original,"
Okay. So that's how they find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
for
It's
those who want-
hilarious.
and it's this guy. He says we're going viral with this one, and he swallows all these hot dogs at one time, and then he shoots them back up into the air and catches them. And at one time, he does like 7 at one time, and he swallows them all. Like he doesn't just put them in his mouth; he swallows them all the way down, and then he just spits them like 10 feet in the air. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
And how many does he do at the most?
I think it was like 10.
10 hot dogs. So he swallows 10
Yeah.
hot dogs whole,
Yeah, and then he
and then he regurgitates them
back into the air.
Remember the turkey Slurpee challenge?
Yeah.
I don't remember
That was good.
It's where you get a piece of turkey and you put it up to your mouth and you have to slurp it without it and just go down your throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you
I
don't
used
chew it or nothing.
I used to be able to do it. I used to do it all the time.
Yeah, that's a good way to get killed.
Yeah.
Just don't ever do the pod challenge.
Tide
or
Pod
whatever.
challenge.
Oh, God,
I always
no.
get on my mom's nerves. Like, when we're at the store, like, I'll pick one up and I'll be like, Mom, I'm hungry. Buy me a snack. She's like, shut up.
All right, folks. Well, we're coming to a close with our time with the Teen Talk Show. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It's our first one, and we do appreciate you guys listening to us. We realize that we are raw. The show is totally unedited, unscripted. I will give you, we talked about
scripted.
it, a little scripted maybe, but basically off the fly, and it's a tough thing to do for anybody. Especially a couple young ladies like we got here, and they did a great job tonight, and I'm proud of them. And I'm sure we're going to be doing bigger and better things with the Teen Talk Show. Like I said before, we're going to have some in-studio guests. We're going to have some call-in guests. We're going to be doing Facebook Live really, really soon. I know Aubrey's excited about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, we're not allowed to wear our pajamas while recording.
Yeah, you cannot wear your pajamas. You got to look pretty. You got to do
Oh,
your hair.
Lord, that was cool.
And you guys will be able to chime in with questions and comments on the Facebook Live video as we're doing it. So we think that'll add a lot to the show as well.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, if you guys have any questions for us, feel free to send us a message at statesvegasradio.com. You can listen to us on that website on your desktop computer, or you can download the app at the App Store for Apple, and you can or Google Play also. And it's a completely free app. It doesn't cost you any money. It's real simple to download. Just takes a couple quick seconds, and as soon as you open the app, it starts to play. So we hope you guys will join us again. You guys got anything to say?
Well,
you want to thank the crowd for
thank you
listening?
for
Hope you
listening.
enjoyed.
Hope you enjoyed.
We got plenty more to come too.
Many more, bigger and better things are to come, says Albree. So it's past Aubrey's snack time. So
I'm
we're going
still upset about the fact that we mentioned Loki, but I'm just going to be quiet. So.
Well, you'll get over Loki. But like I said, we thank you once again, and we will see you guys next time on the Teen Talk Show.